Today I am working on Wicca working under different types of distractions. Sometimes I'll push the distractions and I'll play more ODR game, and sometimes I'm more do less level of distractions. This is a new environment. As you can hear, my new board and train is making a fuss in the car, so that's another distraction. Um, so minor distractions, and instead asking her to work skills. What I've been finding since we went outside at the field is that she's having a hard time, even with what I think is no distractions, but for her is distractions from the environment, really working. So we just came out here to do some simple exercises, high rate of reinforcement, and see if she can stay connected and happy and wanting to work. So there's some ladies over there talking, so that's what she's looking at. She's working well enough that I would call her off of that when I'm ready to work. Since I'm ignoring her right now, she's more than welcome to ignore me as long as she stays on a loose leash. Remember, ODR game is not just about paying attention to you, but having a dog that can go out in public and just be. So if I'm not actively interacting with my dog, I am perfectly fine with my dog sniffing, with my dog looking around, as long as they maintain a loose leash. It's not about paying attention to me 24/7. That is not realistic. It's about just hanging out. So I always start with the first game that I play with my dogs, which is just when I back up. When I back up, they should follow me. And even though she was distracted by smelling, when I backed up, without tightening the leash, she was like, oh, yeah, yeah. I am regularly testing the dog's understanding of cues. Me backing up is the very first thing I teach the dog. It is part of name game and part of collar grab game. So it's been heavily reinforced her entire life. She's distracted. She's not looking at me. Did me backing up cause her to move with me? That's great, because that tells me one little brain cell is paying attention, ready to participate, ready to interact with me as soon as I requested it. Good. And then if that works, sit. Another super simple one, and I'll add a little stay component to that. Good. Good. Break. So still really, really super easy stuff that she's known for months. Oop, we're picking up stuff off the ground. Go girl. Again, when I disengage from my dogs, they are allowed to interact with the environment as long as they do it on a loose leash. So if she wanted to sniff whatever, she picked up a seed off a tree, so nothing dangerous. If it was dangerous, I would have moved her away or I would have taken it out of her mouth. But instead, it was a great opportunity for me to test her again, paying attention to me, which remember is the whole point of this. So now I'm going to do something a little more challenging, and I'm going to ask her to get into heel position. And what I'm looking for is her to stay fully focused on me. Good. I start easier by going step, pause, reward. Step, pause, reward. And then if she disengages, I right away disengage from her. I want to give Wicca clear information on that I want her to stay focused. So the minute she's like, I need to look at the environment, I don't correct it, because if my dog needs to look at the environment, I want them to have that opportunity. I think preventing them from looking at the environment will cause stress, but I want to tell her she's going to stop earning reinforcement. So taking myself out of a heel position clearly defines, well, you can't get cookies till you come back to me. When she reconnects, and you saw it all happened real quick. When she reconnects, I right away take a step and reward her for healing. And then we engage right back. Take a step, reward. I don't have the greatest treats because they're taking her a while to chew. Good. Good job. Good job. And now the biggest challenge for her is, can she play? Tugging is a reward. Playing with your dog is a reward, but tugging also requires the dog to give up on its environment and really stay connected with the toy and with you. That's why tugging is a really good test of Are you able to tug while there's whatever going on in the environment? I was really happy with the way she tugged here. But just so you know, she is more intense in her tugging at home when she is at full power and not distracted by the environment. But this is a great step, and I'm very pleased.
Oh, yeah, right away she was like, oh my God, we have a toy. We have a toy and we're gonna play. Good job. Yo, 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 you gotta tug it like a mean it. Tug it like you stole it. Ready, 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 ready. Get it! Nice. Nice, 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 nice. Down. Get it. Oh, that was so good. Good job. Good job. Okay, let's see if you can come in on this side.
You see how that bicycle coming up behind her distracted her. I honestly don't think she was going to leave me and go chase that bike, but stepping on the leash made sure that if she did make that mistake, I could instantly stop her. When she gets distracted by the bicycle, I step away from her, and when she chooses to work with me, I go back to playing, or I rewarded her with food because I wasn't sure she would play. But I'm thrilled as she kept playing even though the bicycle person stopped right behind us.
Good choices. A bicycle or something went by behind me. She looked at it. Good choices. Break. Ho, ho. Kitty-ting, kitty-ting, kitty-ting. Oh. Such a good girlie, such a good girlie. And now we're going to go back in the crate.